one MLB 20 or so every 1 to 2 days a week. This is JD, your host. We're from two together, the two groups into one. If you guys are joining in, want to catch more MLB 20 every 1 to 2 days a week, be sure to hit that red support button. If you guys are new or not new in the chat, there's anybody in the chat that has a Twitter? Twitter is JD Zach Dawson, the running and tuber, the goodest of all time, I think you can grab. So you guys can tweet it out, share and comment as good as you guys can. If there's anybody in the chat, if you guys also want support, do so by doing the same thing. Hit that red support button, hit that like button, tweet it out, comment, share it. Make sure it's good and emotional behind it. If you guys also have a Discord, you can do so by by doing the same thing as always on Twitter, and that's the way we can always do things at this point, by staying connected. Never ask for support back in between, for sure. And we watch our videos in full. We like them, share them, tweet them out, comment, share it. Stay connected, leaving a good comment as always, guys. And guys can vote Atlanta 30, Great Summit at 13. Guys can get IZN News every 19 to 20 minutes of the first minutes of the video, any video. As long as you guys leave a good comment, hit that red support button, make sure it's good and dry. As today, guys, it will be the series finale in Minnesota. As it will be the 7-13 Tigers trying to go for a third win, taking on the 12-9 Minnesota Twins in Minnesota. In the series finale in Minnesota, on the mound for the 7-13 Tigers, trying again the third win in a row, will be Spencer Turnbull. He has an 0-3 1-loss record, 17 strikeouts with a 3.54 ERA. And also in the series finale in Minnesota, on the mound for the 12-9 Twins, it'll be Jose Barreros. Has a 1-2 record, 21 strikeouts, with a 1.17 ERA. I was going to take the period out, but it's not too bad. Guys, have any other questions? Let me know in the chat if there's anything you'd like to discuss in Twitter or Discord. So that way we can try to see what we got going on for sure. So we can bring to that to the table. So on the mound for the 7-13 Tigers today will be Spencer Turnbull. He has an 0-3 1-loss record for 3.54. That's listed. And there's the starting lineup for the 7-13 Tigers of the season on the left side. Leading on first is Victor Reyes at center fielder, followed by Harold Castro at DH, Samir Candelario at third, Johnson Scope at second, with Castro at short, Cesar Cron at first. And left field batting 7 for Jacoby Jones. And in the 8th batting order is the right fielder, right-hander Jorge Bonifacio. And batting 9 for the catcher, doing the catching, is Jake Rogers. Castro was a little bit out of stuff, so he'll be out for the lineup. Johnson Scope is getting some rest after being looked a little more tired as well. Victor Reyes getting some rest at the same point, same time. But how is everyone doing this morning? Hope you guys are well. Even though my voice is a little bit not frustrating, but I've been up since the last couple hours, since 5:15, 5:30 this morning. But we should be okay going forward. But other than that, as you guys may know, starting tonight, you guys will have the series premiere of the one and only Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I'll be doing an hour and 20 or an hour and 25 for the premiere. You guys will have new episodes every 3 to 4 days a week. As far as the other two games go, those two will be traded in a couple more days, by either Tuesday or Wednesday coming up. So we'll see how that goes down between that. On the mound for the 12-9 Twins today, you see Jose Barreros, making his 5th start of the season. Has a 1-2 record for 1.17 ERA and 21 hits. So we'll see what happens at this point. Leading off first will be Kristen Stewart. He's batting 167. So if you guys are preparing for Black Ops Cold War tonight, I'm going to be prepared. And I think I'm going to be getting pretty good views once it comes down to it, hopefully. Since Call of Duty's been getting some great popularity. So, but for me, I've actually had the game for a little while. Since one of my peers actually finally got me the #1 seed, and see which one I was going to bring in the scale first-handed. It was either between that or one of the other two games for sure, 2-0. Which I'm thinking it could have been too. I mean, if it wasn't going to be, guys, Black Ops Cold War, it would have been, you know, a different one. Like Demon Souls or something. The bottom 2-2. The boss 2 strikes. But both of the games still look good between the few. But Demon Souls is actually out of this world too, as it should be. And that's the first down for the Tigers for strikeout by Jose Barrels. Is any team out of the 30 or out of the 30 that's minimum? It's a little bit and stay. So my content continues to be very good the same way. My second place finish, guys, is still the same thing, and that would be the fourth episode of Spider-Man Miles Morales. That still stands at 93. You guys can check that out anytime. Miguel Cabrera, the one and only, batting 158 and 1 RBI driven in.
Bases are empty, 1 man out.
Comes a little more special. No ball, 1 strike. That'll be foul ball to right, 0-2. Keeps a little more speed between the few. Bottom 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes to the mix. Wait, hold up. Yeah. Oh, okay. Never mind. Hold up a minute. Yeah. Sorry, guys. To the right, 2-2.
And set up behind the plate is Kenny Jansen.
But yeah, like I said, guys, Black Ops Cold War will be premiered tonight. It will set out Black Ops Legion. And those are the only 2 games that will be traded in between that and the other previous one that I pointed out earlier. And that's a strikeout up top. That's the second out for the Tigers, second strikeout by Jose Barrels. But other than that, work was good yesterday, and so far I'm working 8 to 5s every week. Every 2 weeks is good thing to always bring around and always keep a little more warm, and so that way I can work continuing to do what I could really do. Comes to Mir Candelario, batting .231, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs driven in. But I think we might be okay for the most part too, guys. This should be. The bottom, 1-1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Last game had 2 for 5 with an RBI. And that'll be foul ball to right, 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. But I think we might be okay going forward, guys. Since I go back tomorrow, and then Monday, the month, Tuesday, Wednesday. So, I'm still keeping a good standard schedule going forward, too. Which we should be okay. That's a strikeout looking. And the inning is over. Series finale in Minnesota. We're at the bottom of the first. Tigers nothing. Twins coming up to bat. On the mound for the 7-13 Tigers today will be Spencer Turnbull. Swinging his 5th start of the season, has an 0-3 record with a 3.54 ERA, 25 hits, 1 walk, 17 strikeouts completely. If you guys want to know when Bunny's going live, he's going to be live around 2 in the afternoon, so I'm still possibly going to be in with them for sure. As far as Google Play goes between the casts, I've still got a little bit more, but I might increase a little bit more very soon. We can actually look apart a bit more from the other few. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah, Matty, without question, they find themselves in this position today. They got a chance.
But I just think we might be okay. Up top, 1-1. Oh wow, Susie made a good comment on one of the videos from a couple years ago between Malone and I. That's good. Malone and I did work a couple things out last night too, between messes after messes a little bit. So it's a long story. 2 balls, 1 strike. At the bottom, 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to get some good views at this point so far tonight, guys, for Black Ops Cold War. The last views I've ever made was it's been a while, at least since the PS4. But and also today, guys, it also marks 6 weeks. So I've had the #1 seed, so it's very interesting. That's a strikeout. That's the first down for the Twins for the strikeout by Spencer Turnbull. Okay, how are we doing on time, guys? We're going to begin IZN News in just a little while. Give it another 7 to 8 minutes. Then we'll get prepared.
Stepping in now, Jorge Polanco.
When it comes to having in the mornings, guys, between what I usually find out, we don't usually get a whole lot, but anybody can double check. Jorge Polanco is batting 176. At the bottom, 2-0. So yeah, Spider-Man's not coming tonight. Well, you guys are still getting new episodes every Saturday, Sundays, but since I'm going to be doing Black Ops Cold War tonight, so an hour between an hour and 20 to an hour and 25 every 3 to 4 days a week. Spider-Man will be back tomorrow night after 5. Same time, same channel on that. And that'll be Fireball to right center field. Looking to race back between the other side of it and bounces off the wall. Just a little off the wall, and that will be a triple. That's a triple for the Twins. Second triple by Jorge Polanco. Well, I'm going to try to double check if there's anything that's quite young or a little more serious or any doubt for it. Okay, there's really not a whole lot, but we're going to try to double check after we get the first 19 or 20 minutes for it.
And that'll bring up the big stick
from the stretch at the bottom, 0-1. And that'll bring up Nelson Cruz, batting 383. Runner third, 1 out. Foul ball to left, 0-2. Usually when I get up in the morning, guys, it's a little bit dry every now and then. That'll be ground ball to third. Picks it up. Throws to first in time. Second out for the Twins. It strikes first. It's 1-0 Twins. Bottom of the first. 2 rounds. Series finale in Minnesota. Okay. Alright, there we go. Here comes Miguel Sano in the 4th batting position. Batting 81 with an RBI. 1-0 Twins. Bottom of the first. 2 rounds. Series finale in Minnesota. Just had to clear a little bit of my throat, a little bit. Even though my throat's a little bit dry, but I have a couple other things that's going in the way after the chat, so I think we might be okay. Well, like I said, my content's been pretty good throughout the views and, you know, through running in Tuba. Well, speaking of Tuba, guys, he actually was live late last night, I'd say around 9:15, I would assume. I'll probably check just a few. We're going to top of the 2nd inning, series finale in Minnesota. Twins 1, Tigers nothing. Due up for the Tigers. The 4th batting position will be Nico Goodwin. Batting 321, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs, 7 in. Hold on. Yeah! Okay, never mind. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Between any player, a little more. So, 1 ball, no strike. That'll be foul ball to left, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike in the chat. I haven't seen Brian come back in the chat for quite some time, so. Or, well, Leon Kennedy and Z Family are most likely wrestling fans with me, talking a little bit about between NXT, pay-per-views, or anything in general. That's wrestling related. New Japan, probably not. On deck is Will Castro, batting 212. He's on deck. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Perez from the stretch. At the bottom, that's a strikeout. That's the first out for the Tigers.
He's really on a roll on the hill right now.
Between any key player that throws a good ejection. You can't get there too quick.
by striking
Hold on a
out the
second.
leadoff
Yeah.
man here. Let's see if he can keep this going for a little bit.
Well, never mind again, guys.
So coming to the plate,
Up next is Will
49,
Castro,
and we'll see if he
batting
can at least
.212,
put the
3
ball in
home runs,
play,
5
something the
ribbies
first
driven in.
4 men have been unable to do. Pitch on the way.
Pitched by Barreros. Up top, 0-1. The ball one strike. Has 5 doubles.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a
Any player that has a good double between that, triples, or home runs, you look at anybody that's the leading man, has a good, heavy-hitting player between any baseball team, actually.
One out, nobody on.
When it comes more of a good personality. 0-2, and that's a hit by a Pitts. That's an automatic walk.
So that'll bring up
And here comes CJ Cron. 192, 2 home runs, 4 RBIs driven in. Run at first, 1 out. 7-13 Tigers. We're going to trigger in quite a bit. Anybody can have a little more speed between any player, the ball, or anything that's anywhere between any sport on it.
First pitch of the at-bat.
So it can be. The bottom, 0-1. Last 5 games has an average of 300, 6 for 20. And I think it's almost like half of 10 or something.
Now the 0-1.
And that would be 5 ball to right. That's 0-2. The ball's 2 strikes.
Runner at first here, 1 man out.
Runner looking to steal second.
Runner goes for second. Got him swinging.
At the bottom, that is a second out, and runner goes to second with a
Just
steal.
gets in ahead of the throw.
First to second. That is the second out for the Tigers. Oh my goodness. Any player that has a good speed on the team, guys, tries to get something good for Taines and see what he can do. Runner at second, 2 outs. Jacoby Jones is batting .242.
Becomes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Up top, 0-1.
Jones stands in as he looks
Record
at a
between
ball
Jacoby
strike.
Jones versus Barreros, 1 for 8 with 3 or 4 strikeouts, perhaps. The bottom, 1-1.
Fastball way off target here, and it's even at
I
1.
think we might be okay today too. I'll tell you a little while. Well, my love and I did talk about earlier. I mean, from last night. One ball, 2 strikes. To the left, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, you guys will get IZN news in just a moment. 2 balls, 2 strikes. At the bottom, big strikeout. And it's the 3rd out, and the inning is over.
1 left for Detroit. They trail this one.
3 up, 3 down for the Tigers. Go to bottom of the 2nd. Series finale in Minnesota. Twins 1, Tigers nothing.
So striding in,
2 up for the
Josh
Twins will be
Donaldson
Josh
is looking to get it
Donaldson
going.
in the 5th batting
Off to a bit of a
position.
slow start
180, 1 home run, 5 RBIs driven in. Been anyone on deck. Okay, guys, we're going to get some news. I mean, not really that much news for IZN News. I mean, so far this morning. But anytime it starts coming in, much when it comes to in the mornings, that would be ground ball to straight center. And that will be a little more close. That will be a double. That is a double for the Twins. It's a double by Josh Donaldson for the 12-9 Twins today.
his eyes lit up right there.
So the best way, before we get to IZN News, guys, you guys can follow me on Twitter. It's JD Zach Dawson. J is capitalized. D is capitalized. And as far as the other letters go, guys, the Runny and Tuber, the lowercase, the same way, between the first and last name. You guys can give me your first and last name information on Twitter, so we can actually follow each other anytime you guys like. The best way you guys can always do that is, like I said, is give me your first and last name information on Twitter. The numbers are always the same thing as it carries on and carries along behind it. So that's the best way you guys can check it out, is you guys hit that red support button, hit that like button, leave a comment, share it, tweet it out, comment, share it. As good as you guys can, stay connected, surviving anything we can do. And that'll be ground ball to center field again. And that will be an RBI single. As it's now 2-0 Twins. Bottom of the 2nd. Runner first, nobody out. Series finale in Minnesota. But yeah, you guys can possibly also Do the same thing on Discord. Send me a friend request on Discord. Tell me you guys said hello. Have me join a group. If you guys also want the chit chat anytime on Discord, do the same thing through Twitter. Anything about the games I'm buying this year or anything interesting, you guys pretty much want to talk about in between. What if it's my love and I or anything in general? Twin investments or something, let me know. On Twitter, the chat, or anything interesting for it. Well, remember guys, we watch our videos in full. We like them, share them, tweet them out, comment. Stay connected all together, and that's the way we have to do on somebody's video. At this point, 1 and 2. Up top, 2 and 2. 2-0 Twins, bottom to second, runner at first, 2 outs, series finale in Minnesota. You guys also want to vote for the idol for some momentum. You do so by voting Atlanta at 30, Gray Soman at 13, throws the first in time, 1 out for the Twins. Runner will be at second. Guys, have any other questions? Let me know in the chat. Get about 4 likes. Like I said, my content's been pretty good. About since Sunday, this past weekend, of 93 views on Spider-Man Miles Morales with 29 likes. So, you guys will get Spider-Man tomorrow. It's still every Saturday and Sunday, so we should be okay. Fireball to right center field again. That's a little off the wall. And that will be a double. And that's a double for the Twins. Holy cow, guys, look at that. Alright, guys, we're going to start with our first article today. Today is January 9th. January 9th, 2021 already. Look at this, guys. We're in the first 9 days. With the coronavirus still in conjunction and a little more of a different serious matter, perhaps. I would assume. To the left, 1-0. All I know is 2020 was still crazy. That I will tell you, between the stupid virus. A lot of people's ass not listening either. Marwan Gonzalez is batting .310. But I think we'll get to normal hopefully later or soon. Alright guys, let's get our first article. Cobra Kai. Where Season 4's villain and how does he know Daniel? Well, I mean, the thing about that is, you look at other Karate Kid, you look at good Karate Kid movies. You look at one of the first villains that was in the mix, has a little more inside the mix. Like say for example, Terry Silver made his first appearance on the part 3 of Karate Kid back then. We also have, well, Johnny became the first villain for Daniel. That's the only thing. So, that's the second out for the Twins, second strikeout by Spencer Turnbull. But yeah, well, I do know my love and I are good Cobra Kai fans when it comes to, I mean, you guys remember when YouTube Premium did release that set after 2 seasons. So basically, there was no NA run-in or run-out for it. We made about 20 episodes through YouTube Premium, which I still have it, but I haven't used it for the other time being. Byron Buxton 0 for 1, for strikeout his first time. Second and third, 2 outs. So we'll see what it comes down to. My opponent did ask me a little bit, inside or outside the chat today, last night, that, I mean, we had a little bit of a conflict a little bit, but not as much, but, you know, everything will be okay. Her and I are still taking one step at a time, and so far it's been 3 days since we had no fucking time together, so we'll see how that's going to benefit as much as we can try to negotiate the other few. But you know what they say, between a woman and a man spending the rest of their lives together, putting love first between other stuff, between the partial thing. To left, 3 and 2. Up next, guys, is Jorge Polanco. 187, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs driven in. Okay, guys, you guys can look at the new documentary Explorers. If we are living in a computer simulation. Well, I do know there's a little bit of not bad of excitement to it, but it comes down to the other. Fly ball to deep left center, and it's gone. 3-1 stop by Byron Buxton. That is just his 9th home run of the season, guys, of any career. Look at that guy's 3-1 shot. Oh my goodness, 396 feet, 107.7 miles per hour exit velocity. And I think it's 5-0 Twins. Series finale in Minnesota. Bottom of the second, 2 outs. Oh, wow. Any player knows how to get it back going, guys. What if anybody's been on a baseball team for a long time or anything that's more a little bit of a specialty, I would assume. But oh my goodness, look at that. 3-1 stop by Buxton to deep left center field. That's gone, goodbye. Wow. 5-0 Twins, bottom of second, 2 outs, series finale in Minnesota. Jorge Polanco is 1 for 1. The bottom, 1 strike. You guys can be checking in on games in development of hell at this point. Polanco's 0 for 1, they run and they triple. So yeah, I'm gonna have a little breakfast after I'm done with the chat later, so you might be okay. That'd be fly ball to, and it's called to the right center field, and the inning is over. There you go, guys. Byron Buxton with 3-1 shot to deep left center. It's gone. Goodbye. Boom goes the ball. Never coming back to the field. We're at the top of the third inning. Series finale in Minnesota. Twins 5, Tigers nothing. Due up for the Tigers will be Jorge Bonifacio, excuse me. Batting .222. Pitched by Barreros. That'll be call from second base. Any second time or first time. First out for the Tigers. The thing about Cyberpunk, guys, you guys do not want to miss the best weapon and clothing mods. I do have, well, every Thursday and Fridays, since, I mean, I'm doing doing new episodes of Cyberpunk. The graphics continue to be a little more of the extra excitement between the other fold a little bit. You know, and I think Black Ops Cold War is going to be intense tonight. Having a little extra control or a little more control. See how that's going to bring in. 1-1. And that'd be, look like a good hit. Foul ball to left, 1-2. But other than that, see what it comes down to today. And that will be a mistake. Pop up to home base. Foul territory between it. Makes the catch. Second out for the Tigers. Excuse me. Up next is Chris Stewart, back to the lineup. He's 0 for 1, but strike out his first time in the ballgame. But yeah, I have heard that Cyberpunk has been having the best weapons. If you look at the best weapons, like say what Call of Duty can bring, any game that has the best weapons, like say anything with a DLC, special DLC, anything that's a little more powerful or something. To the right, another strikeout looking, and the inning is over. Any best weapon, guys, like say Ratchet & Clank, for example, you cannot beat out the unless have competition for it. We're at the bottom of the third. Series finale in Minnesota. Twins 5, Tigers nothing. But yeah, if you want to talk about best weapons, guys, like say the Rhino from Ratchet & Clank is one. You also have any good weapons that you guys can look into between any game that has shotguns, pistols, knives, anything that's a good weapon. It's powerful, and I'm like, it looks good. Due up for the Twins will be Nelson Cruz. He is 0 for 1 from RBI and a ground out. You guys can up your gaming resolution with the best 4K gaming monitors. And one last article for this morning. You guys will have more tonight. At the time we do Black Ops Cold War, you guys can play your battle station with the best gaming desk. I'm not real sure on that. Now the other thing I haven't heard, guys, I'm not sure if you guys have heard of this man. May have heard of him. Real quick. At the up top, 0-2.
I know he's down in the count right now, and it's not looking good.
Hold on, let me double check here. Okay, guys, we do have some sad news from somebody that's a voice actor. I'm not sure if you guys may know this man through running a Tubers group all together with me. His name is Brad Venable or something. Up top, 1-2. So according to those scribbles from yesterday, Brad Venable, by the way, guys, since most of you guys have heard of a game called Devil May Cry 5, May ground ball close to second, gets under it defensively, throws the first, 1 out for the Twins. As you guys may know, Brent Venable, who has been providing the talents on Devil May Cry 5, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and multiple series. As you guys may know, he died at the age of 43 years old yesterday. Now, multiple members of voice acting community have today posted tributes to Venable, having been given permission to share the news by Venable's wife. But apparently, guys, there hasn't been the reason why he died, what the rumor is, but it all depends. So basically, guys, Brian Overia and Hope Studio posted this one thing on Twitter. Goes on the state. I'll tell you in a second. 0-1. You guys let me know in the chat if you guys have heard of him. He was actually a good young age, I would assume. But I do remember Devil May Cry 5 and Final Fantasy VII Remake. I actually did stop doing new episodes back then. I mean, a little more before my time, so... You guys remember me telling you guys that before the end of last year. That'd be ground ball to second base, which is up both the first, and that's out number 2 for the Twins. And it usually is too. Let me go back to the article real quick. Here comes Josh Donaldson. He's 1 for 1 for a double and a run. 3 for 8 with a double. So Brian O'Vera went on to state, quote, "You saw the best in all of us and brought it out. You treated me like family and called me your little brother. You motivated and inspired us. Our bond and friendship these past few years is something I will treasure forever. I love you, Ed Brandeville. I miss you, brother." I think that's all. I mean, that's a real nice statement, guys. Somebody that is dead or anything for sure really has to be very special between anybody's heart as 100% Christian and believing in God as always. Because I would have to say amen to that. But like I said, Will Venable, you know, I mean, Brad Venable was a good man. He was a nice guy. You know, doing Devil May Cry 5 and other playing stuff too. I'm gonna read a couple other tweets too. Dell Deflin, guys, I'll tell you in a second. Now, as I said, 1 and 2. I'll tell you in a minute. Bottom 2 and 2. Daryl J. Delefin, guys, went on state with the permission of his wife. I'm posting this video for you and Brand Venable. Once I can gather my thoughts tomorrow. Hold on a second. 2 and 2 from the stretch. And that's a foul ball to home base. 2 and 2. I'll record them when I'm not a goddamn mess. You'll tell me to let it all out. I do, I'd be crying forever. My brother, I love you so much. But wow, I mean, I think it's a little bit, not that bad tender, but out of respect too. But it really is. And the side is retired.
Down go the Twins in order, but they hold.
We played 3 innings today, guys. We're the top of the 4th. Game 1, series finale in Minnesota. Twins 5, Tigers nothing. Up next for the Tigers will be Miguel Cabrera, the one and only. He struck out his first time, he's 0 for 1. 3 for 20 for an average of 150. Eric Mendez, guys. So he also actually did have something on Twitter as well. Try in a second. Up top, 1-0. So he said on Twitter, saying, and I quote, "If you didn't know Brad Venable, basically, up top 2-0, you were missing out. He was kind to every single person he knew. I don't think he gave himself the credit he deserved, actually. 2-0. Foul ball to right, 2-1. But he was always there to be supportive of his colleagues. But no matter what stage of any career they were at in their career. Other parts that he's also been doing, guys, 22nd. At the bottom, another strikeout. First out for the Tigers. So basically, the other parts that Venable was doing was, you guys remember him playing as V, Familiar Griffon, and Devil May Cry 5, as well as roles as you guys will get in the premiere tonight of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, the recent Demon's Souls remake, But Demon's Souls is a pretty good game too, on the PS5. And also, guys, Final Fantasy VII Remake. He also played Daz in the English dub of Attack on Titan, as well as My Hero Academia, Hunter x Hunter, and Dragon Ball Super. Like I say, guys, I've never watched Dragon Ball Super, but I do know Brother Mark has. You guys can see yourselves. News after the passing, as he died at the age of 43 years old. May you rest in peace for Christianity. 3-0. At the bottom, ball 4. First walk by Barreros. As he walks, Samir Candelario for the 7-13 Tigers today. But yeah, I think it was not that bad of a guy, to be honest, but he has some good stuff for him. Nico Goodham's 0 for 1 for strikeout in the second. Runner at first, 1 out. Barreros from the stretch. And here's the pitch. I mean, I never knew this guy, heard about this band, but, you know, he had some good roles going his way. He really did. I'm telling you. No balls, 1 strike. And that'll be a pop-up to home base. Foul territory. And at the bottom, makes the catch. Out number 2 for the Tigers.
Stepping into the box, number 49.
Hold on, guys, I'm going to charge my phone for a minute. Okay, there we go. At the bottom, 1-0.
This is his power side.
1 ball, no strikes to count.
31 strikeouts. Phil Castle's batting .212.
The 1-0 home.
At the bottom, 1-1. I mean, if you guys didn't know about this guy, let me know in the chat. Anything you guys can bring a story on anything for it. But yeah, he was not that bad of a man, to be honest. To the right, 2-1. But we'll see how good stuff can go. Hold on a minute, 2-1. The bottom, 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. Up next, CJ Cron, 189 average. He's on deck. Excuse me. To left, ball 4. Another walk by Jose Barreros. As he walks CJ Cron for the 7-13 Tigers. Remember, guys, you can't get there too quick. Becomes a little more normal or a little more inventory in between. Here comes CJ Cron, excuse me. He's 0 for 1 for strikeout in the second inning. First and second, 2 outs. Gets signed down, Barreros from the stretch.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
And that'll be ground ball close to second. Picks it up, scoops it, throws the first, and the side is retired. Series finale in Minnesota. To the bottom of the 4th inning. Twins 5, Tigers nothing.
Welcome back to Target Field.
Okay, let me double check here. Yeah, there's really not that much IZN news when it comes to early in the mornings, to be honest. If you guys are going to be watching the NFL playoffs today, today is actually the first round of the wild card, perhaps. As you look at not one today, and also between tomorrow, we also have 2 triple headers. I'll tell you in just a moment. Leading for the Twins, Mitch Graver. He's 1 for 1. It's the pitch by Turnbull. Bottom 0-1. For example, you've got Rams Seahawks. You've got Tom Brady, Gronkowski, and the Buccaneers taking on the Washington football team, formerly known in the past as the Washington Redskins. Fly ball to left center field. Makes the catch, 1 out for the Twins. And Ravens Titans today. So we'll see how it's going to be, the difference behind that. As far as tomorrow, guys, like I said, I'm off at 5. So the other games that are in there is, oh boy, I should be able to know what the other teams are playing by tomorrow, since tomorrow's Sunday. It's 108 home runs during 5 seasons. Well, Sunday night, the Steelers are going to be beating the shit out of the Browns. I was watching the rest of the Steelers-Browns of the last season game last weekend, and Mason Rudolph was looking pretty good. He actually had a couple of touchdowns, and You know, he's looking sharp. He's looking sharp, to be honest, guys. On deck is Jake Cave, batting 211, 4 RBIs. He's on deck. But yeah, and then you have Joshua Dobbs. That's doing something between the running game. That's QB. That's a walk. Tilbo walks Eddie Rosario for the 12-9 Twins today. We're gonna bring up Jake Cave. He has a double run. He's 1 for 1. Runner at first, 1 out. From the stretch. At the bottom, 0-1. If you guys are going to be watching the playoffs today, you guys can do the same thing in the chat. You guys can watch it through your TV, Hulu, or maybe Twitter or something. I don't know. I mean, no one wants to miss any of the ton of the action, that's for sure. I mean, not as much or anything that's cruelty a little bit. To the left, 2-1. But yeah, my love and I, after last night, guys, my fun and I finally got some voice messages afterwards. You know, you guys remember in the chat, you guys can tell me if I'm correct. Up next is Marwan Gonzalez. 300 Evans, he's on deck.
That'll catch up with you real quick.
Gets signed down, 3-1 from the stretch. And close to the middle, foul ball to right, 3-2. But it's all good, guys. We foul ball to left, 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. So yeah, my opponent and I put a couple of voice messages, and you know, her and I were going to call it a night. That's a strikeout. That is the second out for the Twins, 4th strikeout by Spencer Turnbull. But yeah, other than that, my opponent my love and I did send a couple of voice messages through last night, since there was a little something in between. And it's usually a little long story, but I'll tell you guys in a moment. You see, basically when it comes to who's going to be growing who and who's going to be going where, you know, I'm like, I mean, one of my resolutions is still the same. If one of my love's roommates comes in the chat, I grow her channel. If my future fiance comes in the chat, I grow her channel at this point. That's just not going to change anything. So, between the few. Now the strikeout, and the inning is over. We're at the top of the 5th inning, guys. Series finale in Minnesota. Twins 5, Tigers nothing. But other than that, my love and I were talking a little bit more. We were on the call a little after 2 hours, and again, and she's still trying to get herself a job soon, and you know, I still think Goodwill is not a good opportunity for anything a little more projection-wise for sure. But if she were to work at Walmart, guys, or any good fast food restaurant between the state of Ohio, that'd be, I mean, she would get the good money in the heartbeat. I'm working so hard for it. Jacoby Jones is 0 for 1 for strikeout in 2nd. But it's all good. As long as you earn it, and then we have to do. And that'll be fly ball to right center field. We're going to get under it to the right, and it's gone. There's a bullet off the ramp to the right, guys. 4th home run of his career by Jacoby Jones. 360 feet, 96.8 miles per hour exit velocity. Jacoby Jones with a solo shot to deep right center field. Dropped the bullet. Goodbye. It's gone. As it's now 5-1 Twins. Series finale in Minnesota. Nobody out. Top of the 5th inning. We'll get Jacoby Jones again, guys. Look at that. Drops the bullet off a StarCraft. It's gone. Goodbye. Boom goes the ball. 5-1 Twins. Top of the 5th. Nobody out. Here's the pitch. To the right, 0-1. And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. He's 0 for 1 for line out in the 3rd inning. Red Sox 6, Indians 6 in Boston. But once of you guys get my meeting between her and her and I are still a good young couple. If you guys also want to know how many days we've been together, get ready. No one can burst anybody's bubble or get a little bit socked maybe. Up top 1 and 2. About 2 strikes. So far today, guys, it's been 1,000. I'm trying to think of real quick, guys. Hold on. To the left, 2 and 2. 1,280 days. 1280 today, guys. Biggest achievement. It's like if you know somebody and spend the rest of your life with somebody between a woman and a man, everybody's got to spend the rest of their lives with that person, you know. Even though people may have arguments or anything for sure, all I know is the less of a chance that anybody's going to make up for it, you know. One person does something bad to that person, the other person does something bad to the other person. So, mistakes happen, whatever the case could be. Thank Roger Saketsa. He's 0 for 1 for pop-out in the 3rd inning. As far as SmackDown goes, well, my ass did not watch SmackDown last night. I was on Pro Wrestling Unlimited's Tim of his review on SmackDown last night. So basically, I did point out the question to him out of his text messages off the bat. I'll tell you in a second, 2 and 1. Up top, 2 and 2.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
At the bottom, big strikeout. And that's the second out for the Tigers. So the question I asked him, and I asked Tim last night, I asked him 2 questions. I told him to stay safe and keep up good work. I pointed out that, I mean, I just think it's a little more crazy. A little more odd, too. I found this one person that's a WWE official, guys, is actually facing Roman Reigns for the, I mean, call from second base to straight at center field, and it's Sidus retired. Oh my goodness, look at it again between any player, guys. Wow. Good catch. Formality. With a Bob in the 5th inning, game 1 and series finale in Minnesota. Twins 5, Tigers 1. Due up for the Twins will be Byron Buxton. He had a 3-1 side in second. He's 1-2. And I just think it's stupid, guys. I mean, the main event was okay, but I actually didn't think of it as it should be. You know, and I'm thinking, you know, I mean, how could, I mean, okay, let me ask you guys this. How in the hell is a WWE official facing a champion for the title? That's the problem. I mean, it was I mean, the main event on SmackDown last night. I mean, the main event last night was the 5-man gauntlet match. You've got the likes of, what do you call it? You've got the goodest wrestlers of any entertainment. That's the first out for the Twins. To strike out by Spencer Turnbull. And I just think it's stupid too. I mean, you've looked. I mean, yes, Sonya Deville is back, starting a new career after what she had with Mandy Rose back then. But that's actually not in the question, guys. And that'll be a bunt attempt close to, and that'll be a single. A single for the Twins. But the bottom line between SmackDown, guys, I just think it was okay, but it was a little more dumb. Playing in second. Nelson Cruz is 0 for 2 with an RBI and 2 groundouts. So, guys, you had you got the Lato DS movement. You had Daniel Bryan. You got Daniel Bryan, former Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn. You got Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura. You got oh crap! I'm trying to think of one more, guys. 2 more. Up top, foul ball to left, 0-2. But at first, no, with 1 out. That'd be ground ball across the 3rd. And throws it away defensively. And the runner at second goes to 3rd, and that is a single. That's a single for the Twins. And then we scored as an E5. So yeah, like I said, you've got Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura. Oh shit, I should be able to know the other few. Oh yeah, King Corbin. Okay, well, check this out, guys. Daniel Bryan, King Corbin. Guys, I'm trying to have a little bit of a stupid mix-up right now. But let me try to advise it again. First and third, 1 out. You got to know it's 0 for 2. You've got Daniel Bryan, Shinsuke Nakamura, King Corbin, and then you have the last incident, which I still think is ridiculous and impossible. And guess who it was? I mean, this man, this next man has not wrestled since he was back in the NWA champion back then. Second out for the Twins, 7th strikeout by Spencer Turnbull. And that gentleman, guys, by example, is Adam Pearce. Now, why would somebody like Adam Pearce, guys? I just think it's stupid. How he has not wrestled for a long time back in the NWA business, and I just think, why in the hell is he in the gauntlet match between the other four? I mean, he hasn't wrestled in a match for a while, you know. I mean, and then you've got, you know, until it was from what I've already can see, it was a no disqualification between a gauntlet match, okay, and basically, I don't understand why Adam Pearce won the gauntlet match with the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns and Jey Uso with Paul Heyman had to bring in. That's the problem. All I know is it was a 1, 2, 3 count, and pretty much I think it's going to be a squash match at the Royal Rumble. Tell you in a second. Just a few. For the top of the 6, series finale in Minnesota. Twins 5, Tigers 1. Up next for the Tigers will be Miguel Cabrera. He has 2 strikeouts, he's 0 for 2. 7 and 13 Tigers, we're going to focus on the bases a bit more. Any general spots. So yeah, guys, it is official. You've got the WWE Universal Champion Roman Reigns defending the Universal Championship against Adam Pearce. I think this match is going to be stupid, but I have a little bit of a rumor theory, guys. I think, since Adam Pearce has now wrestled a match in like 6 years, I can see maybe Kevin Owens getting another shot. Probably in the next new episode of SmackDown, but I've actually enjoyed NXT and Raw a little bit more this week, guys. I'm telling you. I mean, the rest of the stuff were not bad. I mean, they were actually a little bit entertaining. With I mean, the beginning segment was not bad, actually, 2 and 2. Well, like I said, guys, KO Kevin Owens is a former WWE Universal Champion. You know, when he became the first inaugural champion by any timeline. So on deck is Zamir Candelario, batting .228. He's on deck. But and as far as new tag team champions go on SmackDown, that's right, guys. Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode are new champions, defeating the Street Profits. So, you know, I mean, some team has to beat the champions and dethrone them to become new champions. So, you know, defeating the Street Profits in between. And I don't know if there's, I mean, there could maybe be a rematch, maybe. Not 100% sure. It all depends what anybody decides. Jamaica Candelario had a walk in the 4th inning. He's 0 for 1. And that would be ground ball to right center field. Picks it up. Throws the first, second out for the Tigers. But yeah, those are some of my thoughts on SmackDown from last night, guys. I just think it was ridiculous how a stupid official like Adam Pearce taking on Roman Reigns for the Universal title. He ain't winning that championship, I'm telling you. I mean, if he somehow did, he would have some help from Kevin Owens. But I could see Kevin Owens replacing Adam Pearce for the match. I mean, I think it sounds a little more better. I mean, why would an official challenge a champion for a title? I still think it's ridiculous. To the right, bottom right, 1 and 2. And the other match too, guys. Well, this Monday on Raw. Remember, we also have WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Will be responding to the latest challenge of the Icon Goldberg for a WWE Championship match at the Royal Rumble. Now, if I were to make a not bad of a rant, I'll tell you in a minute. For the bottom of the 6th inning. 5, Tigers 1. Due for the Twins will be Mitch Garver. He's 1 for 2 with a single and RBI and a run. Now, if I were to pick who would win at the Rumble for the WWE Championship, I don't think he'd be that proud. You know, as I said in the beginning, guys, I'll tell you in a minute, there'll be a different pizza coming in, as there will be coming in between the Buck. On the mound for the 7-13 Tigers will be Daniel Norris. Norris making his fourth start. He has an 0-1 record for 9.00 ERA and 3 strikeouts. Now, if I were to pick, guys, I mean, as I said earlier, I'll say it again. I think, I mean, all I know is Goldberg does not need another championship. Some of us can really think, I mean, as I said earlier, Goldberg needs to stop going after championships. I mean, he's had enough. I'm pretty sure he's already had enough, which I think he does. And just get back to what he's doing. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I think. And it was his 0-for-1 for walk in the 4th inning. Gets signed down Norris from the stretch. You guys can voice your opinions in the chat for Runny and Tuba. Tuba's group all together. Like I said, Tuba was live last night, and, you know, I probably made it on time a little bit more, as it should be. That'll be fly ball to mid-right, makes the catch, out number 2 for the Twins. But I just think it's ridiculous and stupid, guys, between that main event on SmackDown yesterday, last night. How Adam Pearce, making his return match after 6 years, taking on Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship, so I don't think he should be getting that shot. I mean, no offense, guys, in the group, I still don't think he's ready to, I don't think he knows how to wrestle that much. I still think Kevin Owens will be replacing him in that match, for sure. So as I said, 0-2. So we'll see. That'll be ground ball to left center field. He skips with his head a little bit. And that will be, gets it away from him, and that's a double. It's a double for the Twins. And the best way you guys can always stay connected, never ask for support back, is, we still don't do S for S in the chat, guys. Not anymore, we don't. You guys can always do the same thing. Hit that red support button, hit that like button, like a video in full, as always, and leave a good comment on a video down below anytime guys like. You know, like a couple people like, say, Jalen and Havoc, I believe. Marwan Gonzalez is over 2, run on second, 2 outs. But either way, guys, my content's been pretty good. Last game was 0-for-4 with 3 strikeouts. But that's what I have to say about SmackDown, guys. I just think it's ridiculous. Ground ball to right center field again. It's a little more fair ball. And that will be an RBI double. And it's 6-1 Twins. Bottom of the 6th. Run on second, 2 outs. Well, double by Gonzalez for the COVID-9 Twins today. If you guys do have a Twitter, you guys can do the same thing. Share me out, tweet me out, leave a good comment. Stay connected all together. Make sure we don't have a purge, since it's still a little bit active. It's got to make sure we don't do what it's supposed to do in the chat. Trust me. And I think we might be okay, so that's all that's going to matter. That's a specific replay. 6-1 Twins, bottom of the 6th, run on second, 2 outs. Series finale in Minnesota. To the left, 0-1. Byron Buxton has 21 RBIs. Any player that has an RBIs, guys, like, say, you look at the other great finishers back in the day. You have, what's his face? Ken Griffey Jr., Jason Giambi, Alex Rodriguez, the one and only. Now, Alex Rodriguez only played for the Yankees, so he was actually one of the greatest of all time. At the bottom, not a strikeout, and also Derek Jeter, I would assume. And the side is retired. The Keeps between, that was to the right. We go to top of the 7th, series finale in Minnesota, Twins 6, Tigers 1. Due up for the Tigers will be Willie Castro, shortstop number 49. Had a hit by Pitts, had a stolen base, and 12 in a walk. But it's all good, guys. It's good.
Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base.
Anybody has a different opinion about SmackDown, so you guys can do the same thing on Discord. Tell me you guys said hello, leave a good comment. The same thing we do on Twitter.
Just couldn't pull that one
At the
back
bottom,
in time.
0-2.
It's 0-2 now.
You guys can also vote a land at 30 and the greatest moment at 13. Either preference. So I guess you know which one is more thoughtful.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now.
My opponent might be in the chat tonight. In the bullpen for the 12-9 Twins, one of them is Sergio Romo. 1-2 from the stretch. And the bottom, another strikeout. And it's the first out for the Tigers. Holy cow. Gets a little more beneficial and confidential, guys, as it should be. That'll bring up CJ Cron. 0-2 with strikeout and then ground out. And the team is trying to inspire something, that's for sure. Gets the pitch by Barreros. To the left, 0-1. Nothing outside the signal. You can't get there too quick. Just keep it normal and keep a little more of a good fastener in between. And the upper right, little out to the right.
He's still looking great to me out there on the mound. Punched out the first guy in the 7th, and he's jumped.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm looking at here. Let me go back up top again. 0-2. And to the right, another strikeout. Back-to-back strikeouts, second out for the Tigers. And he plays pretty much went against Chains down a little bit too. Jacoby Jones is 1 for 2. Yes, there we go. The bottom 1-0.
Good morning, Jack.
Try to rehearse a little bit. Hey, what's up, Terry? Sister, how you doing? Welcome to the chat, girl. How you doing this morning? The bottom 1-1. I'm doing good. Doing good. My morning's been doing good so far. 1-1. To the right, 1-2. But I'm actually doing good. Did you miss me? Because no one has to defy some of the odds. The bottom, another strikeout. And the inning is over. Little fasten, guys. Go to bottom of the 7th inning. Series finale in Minnesota. Twins 6, Tigers 1. Due up for the Twins will be Jorge Polanco. It's 2 for 3. But yeah, work yesterday was good. And basically, like I said, guys, if it wasn't for any schedule that was going to change a little bit, I would have not had any latest problems on it. So, like I say, I did a 10-5 earlier this week. Actually, that was actually that was actually on the Tuesday. And then I had to do a 9-5 back-to-back because anytime my schedule changes through Walmart, guys, I have to make sure there's anybody else that can know, and so that way they can notify it a little bit. And then comes Nelson Cruz, grounded out in the 5th inning. It's 0 for 3. But I did sweep good this morning, so I go back tomorrow and Monday, and then I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday again. So that'll be a ground ball to left center field. That is a fair ball. A little bit more, and that'll be a single. That's a single for the Twins. By the way, sister, guess what I'm going to be premiering tonight? That's a 7-game hitting streak. You guys are getting the premiere of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War tonight. So no Spider-Man tonight. Spider-Man is still every Saturday and Sunday, so you guys will have a new episode tomorrow. Tomorrow night afterward. Bottom 1-0. Against Miguel Sano, he's 0 for 3 for strikeout in the 5th inning. He's 1 for 11 in the series. Not between his or hers on him. Right on first, 1 out. Up top, 1-1. Yeah, since I'm premiering that tonight, sister, do you think I'm gonna get some good views out of it? I mean, I'm pretty sure I will. I think I will. I mean, there's a lot of people that's been playing Call of Duty for a long time. It really is. I mean, I will be having some great preparation for the rest at this point. The bottom 2-2. But the last time I've ever played Call of Duty, sister, it's been a while. Ever since I played the PS4. Played one of the games standardly. That's a strikeout. Second out for the Twins. Second strikeout by Dangle Noise. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, sister. When it comes to having any game on the channel, like I said, my content's been pretty good. Formality. It has a good mix of any variety of games that people can bring. You know, I've watched some of the stream it. And have you seen anybody get a lot of views out of it? Here comes Josh Donaldson. He had a run. He's 1 for 3. But I bet you right now, guys, through Running and Tuber, I'm gonna be getting a lot of views for Call of Duty tonight, hopefully. But the last appearance I remember playing, it was on the PS4. I think it was, I don't know. Well, it has been a long time. I would think maybe last year, maybe 2 years ago. But the last Call of Duty game I remember playing was a little more very specific. It was, I think it was kind of like one of the previous Call of Duty games I did play. But I can't remember one of the last names I remember doing. To the left, and it's gone. To deep left center field. And that's a 2-run stop by Josh Donaldson, second home run of his career of any season. 356 feet, 98.2 miles per hour exit velocity. Look at that, guys, 2-run shot between the left center. As it's now 8-1 Twins. Season finale in Minnesota, bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Oh my goodness, look at that, guys, 2-run shot to deep left center field. It's not coming back as a souvenir. It's gone. Boom goes the ball. As there will be a different pitcher coming a little bit on the Hazen. As there will be coming in quickly. On the mound for the 7-13 Tigers, Bizel Jimenez. Making his 5th game appearance. With a 1.23 ERA, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. So yeah, like I said, guys, Spider-Man will be back tomorrow night. After work. Tomorrow is Sunday, so that will not be a problem. You guys can also check out my popularity of Spider-Man back on Sunday of episode 4 if you'd like. You guys can check it out. It's great as 1 for 3. But my highest views I've ever had was a long time ago, due to the PS4, was Sonic Mania. 113 views. And now currently for this year, the highest people I've had in the chat is very simple too. And that would be having 10 to 15 people. That's what I'm talking about. At the bottom, 2 and 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes from the stretch. But guys, I still have not seen Brian. I don't even know where he actually is at this point, so I have no idea. To the left, another strikeout. And the side is retired. That's Josh Donaldson to the deep left center field, guys. A 2-run homer to the left center field. Slip and soft. It's gone. Goodbye. It's out of its way. We're at the top of the 8th inning. Game series finale in Minnesota. Twins 8, Tigers 1. On the mound for the 12-9 Tigers will be Cody Stasic. Stasic making his 10th game appearance with a 2.19 ERA. And on the mound, and 2 out for the Tigers will be Jorge Bonifacio. He's 0 for 2. Guys have any questions about Call of Duty, guys can leave them on the table. Just a little bit. The bottom, 0-1. Yeah, I think I'll probably get plenty of views tonight for Call of Duty for sure. To left, 1-1. I miss Call of Duty, but half and half I do. And attendance today, guys, 21,050. Somewhat I do. Throughout most of my multiplayer games due to Call of Duty, guys, I always like playing multi. It's a favoritism between Team Deathmatch and Kill Confirmed. I used to have plenty of game winning kills back then. You know, and I had some good records back then. Had some good game winning kills. The final kill every once in a while, but some of that is fun.
Now,
Foul ball to left, 2-2.
fouled off to the left.
Hey, you guys know me. Hitting's a
You know what they say, shooting and
eliminating the
having a good
change.
team is good too.
On everything else.
Free for all.
Change-up, and he did a good job to get
I played
the
some with
net
free for all in the past. I mean, it was okay. Foul ball to right, 2-2. It was back when, guys. The thing about free for all is very simple. I brought the story back up a while back. The thing about free for all is you have to make sure the other ones don't surpass you, as long as you get the most kills, like 25 or 30. Up next is Zach Rogers batting 239. He is on deck. Like I said, guys, it's all about having fun. That'd be ground ball to center field. It's under it defensively. Throws the first one out for the Tigers. But it's all good. But the way I see Black Ops Cold War together, guys, it has a lot of popularity onto it. It really does. Anybody that plays Call of Duty knows what kind of popularity that they're bringing. Good amount of views that that anybody can bring, and having some good fun, kills, promoting the levels every now and then. That's actually a good point part too. Take Rogers 0 for 2 for strikeout and a pop out. But you actually get my sweet meaning, correct, sister? 0-1 for the Strats.
0-1, here's the pitch.
At the bottom, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Count it up, guys. Giants 2, Braves nothing in Atlanta. And his state is out of 50. Yes, sign down, Stasic from the Strats. Up top, 1-2. I don't think my pun's going to be in the chat today. But not until tonight for my premiere. Even though it has been 3 days since we had no time together. But yeah, I think, yeah, Call of Duty is going to be interesting tonight. So right, another strikeout. Second out for the Tigers. But I do love you as well, sister.
Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in.
As we speak. Back to the lineup becomes Kristen Stewart. Line down in the 5th inning. He's 0 for 3. Well, like I said, guys, my love and I have now been together for 1280. Even though we may have some drama every now and then. Sometimes. I'm just trying to find a way to make our ass happy again. More romantic.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
That's the way it should always be. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But if you guys can see popularity, you ain't seen nothing yet. By the time I get the other first PS5 games coming out this year, I'm ready to get that son of a bitch going. Final Fantasy 16, guys. Remember the names. Final Fantasy 16, God of War Ragnarok, Horizon 2, Dragon Age 4, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, and more importantly, Lord of the Rings, Gollum. But sister, do you think, I mean, if I finish Spider-Man before Hitman 3 comes out, do you think it deserves a spot, or no? And at the bottom, that's 3-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I mean, do you think I should buy it after I beat Spider-Man, or not really? Foul ball to home base, 3-2. I mean, I'm thinking about maybe not that bad of a scenario. I might be willing to pass. Foul ball to left, 3-2. But we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Another full count pitch home.
All I know is, guys, I don't know if I support bet or not bet any money on it for it. So it all depends. 3-2 from the Strats. Up top, another strikeout.
That's the 3rd time he's gone down on strikes.
And the side is retired.
Down in order go the Tigers.
But we'll see what happens, guys. We'll see. At the bottom of the 8th, series finale in Minnesota. Twins 8, Tigers 1. Do up for the Twins. The Eddie Rosario is 0 for 2. The stat seed is not a bad of a stat seed. Bottom 1-0. Keeping a little more multiplying. But the thing about Hitman 3 is the graphics are good. And I've heard the graphics are not bad and good in general. But the last appearance I've had with him, man, guys, and also you too, sister, is
Now here's the pitch.
back when I used to play a little bit on PS2. So I've never played that on my phone either. So that's a strikeout. That's first out for the Twins.
Talk about blowing it by a guy. Jeez, I mean, that fastball was
But it all
way behind
depends.
him when the swing came through the zone. I have to think.
But I'm still trying to see when the other games are coming out
Couldn't pull the trigger on that fastball.
before I actually do anything else.
Into the box, Jake Cave.
But then again, guys, we'll see what happens. Here comes Jake Cave. Has 2 doubles, 2 runs. He's 2 for 3. And that'll be foul ball to left in the stands. No balls, 2 strikes.
Well, somebody's sitting off speed right here. Only way he was late
To
on
left,
the
1 and
heater
2.
is he was expecting another changeup.
That would be almost 1 ball, 2 strikes between the other completion. Refusing beliefs on him. Astros 5, Angels 1 in Houston.
Ball and 2 strikes. Here it is.
And that's a big strikeout. Third out recorded, and he, oh, wait a minute, second out for the Twins, excuse me. Thought it was the third out between any other team, but not quite. Not quite usual.
In now, Marwan Gonzalez.
Foul ball to right, 0-1. That brings up Marwan Gonzalez. Had a double, an RBI, and he's 1 for 3.
Now the 0-1.
Almost not pressing forward to the right. That's a second swing, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. But that will be the plan so far tonight, guys. I'm expecting plenty of good views. I'll back up Cold War and see how it's going to drag something out. 1 and 2. Foul ball at home base, 1 and 2. But we'll see what happens. For me, it's going to be very, very, very awesome, hopefully. We're going to come down to the good basis between another baseball that's in any stadium. Either way.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
At the bottom, 2 and 2. Cardinals 1, Rockies nothing in Colorado. To the left, 3 and 2. Up next, guys, is Byron Buxton. 221, 9 home runs, 21 RBIs. He's on deck. 3 and 2. Foul ball to home base, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find any.
And that'd be ground ball center field. Just a little more calm and slow. And that's a single. That's a single for the Twins. We're a little more by its lonesome.
Yeah, watch your lips right there, Dad. Sent it back right where it came from.
But I am doing okay. It's just a little bit tired from work and this morning, but I'll be okay. That was the second, and the side is retired. Got some threats out this morning, guys. Series finale in Minnesota for the top of the 9th. Twins 8, Tigers 1. And on the mound for the 12-9 Tigers, 12-9 Twins, will be Sergio Romo. His 8th game appearance. 3.38 ERA, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. And it'll be Miguel Cabrera, the one and only. He's 0 for 3 for strikeout in the 6th inning, 3 for 22, and average of 136. 7 and 13 Tigers, looking around about a whole lot. See how any other teams can try to hook something up the gap. Well, what time did you end up going out in a blackout system? Coming out of last night. I mean, working 8 to 5 is much better for me. Due to the good schedule on that standard. I'm definitely taking that every 2 weeks. The boss 1 strike. At the bottom, 0 and 2. The boss 2 strikes. It's a little more dispatchable.
And now pitch on the way.
To the right, 1 and 2.
Well, late in the
One
game
ball,
like
2
this,
strikes.
calls that don't go your way can really throw you off when you're on the mound, but you just can't let it happen.
I mean, I
His
didn't pass till a little
composer's
after
getting
11
little
o'clock
test right
after somebody did a Friday Night SmackDown review afterwards.
And he'll
The bottom,
strike
another
out
strikeout.
here yet
First
again.
out for the
This has been
Tigers.
a ball game to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Any player that tries to connect between a ball at the bottom, guys, you can't hit that regularly. Wait till it comes to you and make sure it gets more on that. Oh, so you left your house late? Oh, nice.
Plate now, Jeimer
It's not bad.
Candelario.
Smith Candelario's 0 for 2 for walking the 4th inning. As long as he tries to keep it on track.
Here's the 0-0 pitch.
The bottom,
Try to
0 and 1.
check it, and it's 0 and 1.
And the player's trying to get some off his bat. Oh, wow. He must have been very tired
Pitch on
afterwards.
its way. Ball 1.
Well, at least anybody knows how to have a good fun time with aunt or anybody that's a family member together. Knows how to bring the good tools between good times together for sure. 1 ball, 1 strike. Romo from the stretch.
The 1-1 home. Takes a
At the
pass
bottom,
and
1 and
misses that
2.
Strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Count them up, guys.
The 1-2. Misses.
At the bottom, 2 balls, 2 strikes. At the
Classic
bottom was
right-foot
76
slider
miles
right
per
there,
hour.
2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of
Between
swing and
any
misses.
pitch recording.
Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
1 out, nobody on.
Tries to get a bit more speed. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
And he
And
strikes
close to
him
the
out
bottom,
as well.
that's a
So make it
strikeout.
back-to-back
Out number 2 for the
punch-outs
Tigers.
into the first 2
The Tigers are down with their
pieces out of
final
the
out.
bullpen.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty
The players
easy.
tries to get
This has the
something.
makings
All right.
of a good outing so far.
Last chance for the Tigers will be Nico Goodrum. Struck out in 6th inning. He's 0 for 3.
At the plate, Nico Goodrum. As he'll
To the
try
right,
get
another
back on the
strike.
swing,
Wow.
but he went around for the first strike.
That's no ball, 1
thump out of
strike.
him in this game so far, as might be
Oh,
expected.
my,
He's
my.
0 for 3.
At least it'll be in the 30s and 40s. A little more, thankfully. 0 and 1 by Romo. From the stretch.
Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. And
At the
that's
bottom,
taken
0 and
for
2.
strike 2,
And the
as
Tigers
they're
are down with their
another
final strike.
here this afternoon.
As it rises up a little bit of an
Back-to-back
occasion
sliders
between
for
the stadium.
strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
Hey, that's back-to-back really good
At the
sliders.
bottom,
Wouldn't
1
be
and 2.
surprised if he threw
1
another
ball,
one
2
right here.
strikes.
Looks like he's got that slide ball in his back pocket right now.
Release the target. Romo from the stretch.
Last breath
1 and
for the
2.
Tigers.
To the left,
Well
2 and
below
2.
the knees, laid off on the changeup there. Now what's
Tries to get a
left
little
of the
more
crowd this
flexibility,
afternoon
guys.
gets to their feet.
2 and 2. Foul ball to home base, 2 and 2. Any player on any baseball team tries to keep in play.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it
And at the bottom, that's a strikeout, and the Tigers are now 7 and 14 of the season.
With that, the ball game is over.
Hey, wouldn't it
Losing
be nice to have
2.
a good
The
record
Twins that are
in
now
baseball? It's
Twins up to
some games
13 and 9.
So this was a
With any
big
game
win
has to be a
to win
blowout.
at home in front of their home crowd.
8-1.
Final score was
the final
8-1.
score this afternoon. The Twins
But other than that,
jumped out to an early lead in the
what a
first
little more
inning.
scoring between any team has to keep a little more of a
Takes the win on the mound, his
distance.
second of the year, with 15
So,
strikeouts.
in the series finale in
So that just
Cleveland,
about does it for
for the
Mark
7 and
Heidi
14
White,
Tigers,
and the entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian.
Jacoby Jones had a solo shot, 1 for 3. Well, Castro had a walk and strikeout. Stay in the sack, guys. The scores and standings of every 1 to 2 days a week for MLB. Jorge Bonifacio had a strikeout. Jose Cron had 2 strikeouts, 0 for 3. It's the only odd one to Jacoby Jones. Taking the game victory in series finale in Minnesota for the 13 and 9 Minnesota Twins. You guys can see in the bottom right corner. To any player that has a good game, keeps a little more good stuff going in, and performances. Josh Donaldson was 2 for 4 for home run, double, and 2 RBIs. Byron Buxton had a 3-run shot, was 1 for 5. Jorge Polanco had a triple. And Zay Cave guys, 2 doubles and 2 for 4. It's a little more of a standard play between any team. So the Tigers are now 7-14, losing to the Twins, up 13-9 in Minnesota. 8-1, 11 hits, no errors, 1 hit and 1 error. A little bit strange between any team. El Castro is going to be back. He sustained an injury, so he'll be out for a little bit. Between illness. Good simulate that, guys, before, as long as the other teams can bring in. Get that in a few minutes. Yeah, my opponent will be in the chat tonight for tonight's premiere.
It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show.
This will be very interesting. As we got the Red Sox winning by 1 run in a nail-biter over the Indians in Boston. After 9 innings by 1 run, 7-6. 12 hits, no errors. 9 hits, no errors. Hernandez was very first win. The Reds get a surprise 3-1 victory over the Yankees in New York City, New York. After 9 innings played, final score 9-6, 9 hits, no errors by 3 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. Bauman was first win, Bradley was third save. They would second one more time. Okay, there we go. The Phillies won by 6. They could fasten over the Marlins in Philadelphia by 6 runs after 9 innings. Final score with that attack 7-1. By 6 runs, 11 hits, 0 errors, 6 hits, and 0 errors completely. Workman was first win. The Rays make a good distance up by 3 runs over the Blue Jays in Tampa. After 3 runs, after 9 innings, final score 6-3. 9 hits, no errors, 5 hits, and just 1 error. Morton was second win. Anderson was 7th save. Hold up a minute. Yeah, she's coming in tonight from that premiere, so we're going to be pretty good and safe.
The Mariners defeated the A's.
The Giants make short work over the Braves in Atlanta. Final score, that's a little bit quick and simple. 2-0 shutout, 6 hits, no errors, 2 hits, and 0 errors between any of the few teams. Suarez was first win. Watson was 7th save. The Nationals went by 2 runs in a fashion over the Cubs in Washington. After 9 innings, solely by 2 runs, 6-4, 9 hits, no errors, 7 hits, and no errors. Max Scherzer was second win. Sewell was saved number 4. Another team that was racing by the horizon, the Royals, won by 4. Runs over the Orioles in Kansas City. Final score by 4 runs, guys, after 9 innings, 6-2. 9 hits, no errors, 8 hits, and 0 errors completely. And Kenny was third win. The White Sox won by 1 run of a surprise and over the Rangers in Chicago by 1 run. Final score 5-4 by 1 run, 9 hits, no errors, 6 hits, and 0 errors. Croquet was first win. Bummer was 8th save. The Astros won by 3 runs over the Angels in Houston. How we doing on time real quick, guys?
The St. Louis Cardinals.
Watch time is going to be interesting for tonight, too. 5-2. 11 hits, 1 error, 5 hits, and 0 errors completed. Justin Verlander with third win. Asuna with 8th number, save number 8. Between an even, good number. The Cardinals win by 2 runs over the Rockies in Colorado. Final score of this one by 2 runs, 3-1. 12 hits, 1 error, 8 hits, and no errors. Martin was second win. Gallegos was 7th save. The Mariners win by 3 runs over the Athletics in Oakland. Okay, there we go. Final score is 6-3. 8 hits, 2 errors, 12 hits, and just 1 error. Graham was second win. Arena was 4th save. The Dodgers make an explosion by 6 runs over the Pirates in Los Angeles. After 9 innings, final score 7-1. 11 hits, 2 errors, 6 hits, and just 1 error. Gasolin, his 4th win. The Padres won by 3 runs over the D-backs in Arizona. After 9 innings, final score between the few. After 3 runs, 8-5. 13 hits, 0 errors, 8 hits, and no errors. Stabman was first win. Palmer was the sixth save. So a good even number. And the Go-Go Mets won by 1 over the Brewers in New York City. Final score after 14 innings, gratefully, 8-7. By 1 run, 16 hits, no errors, and 14 hits and no errors. Pat Peterson of the second win. So the Tigers are now 7-14. The next time you guys will see baseball will be Tuesday. Tuesday morning, you guys will have a Saturday Tuesday morning baseball will be back by then. And then Tuesday night, and Tuesday, Wednesdays, new episodes of Assassin's Creed Valhalla by then. So till Tuesday morning, as there will be a 4-game series, as there will be the 7-14 Tigers hosting the 16-6 Red Hot, the one and only, the Red Hot New York Yankees. So that will be Tuesday morning. On the mound in Game 1 in Detroit, on the mound for the 7-14 Tigers, will be Tyreek Skubal. Has an 0-2 win-loss record, 21 strikeouts with 3.91 ERA. And on the mound for the 16-6 New York Yankees. Okay, 1 dislike is okay with watch time. Even though people are still putting dislikes, but they don't know what connection really is, so that's fine. That's fine between most of us in the group. Will be James Paxton. He has 20 strikeouts with a 5.06 ERA, run average. The other teams will quick, but then we get standings. As there will be the Indians taking on the Red Sox in Boston. Carrasco 2-1 for 3.33 ERA versus Pavidia for 4.95 ERA, run average. The Rays take on the Astros in Houston. Glasnow 1-1 for 3.52 ERA versus the Red Hot Zach Greinke for 2.20 ERA. Anybody that's powerful knows how to get a ball going the way it is to get to it. The Twins host the Mariners in Minnesota. Mark Gavicius 0-2 with a 5.49 ERA versus Ordozzi for 1.54 ERA. When Evans has a good twist. Okay, never mind. The Reds take on the Cardinals in St. Louis. Castell 2-0 for 2.08 ERA versus Miles Mikolas with 3.08 ERA. The Royals take on the White Sox in Chicago. Singer 1-2 for 6.50 ERA versus Dunning with a 4.07 ERA. Double checking the stat again. Okay, there we go. Never mind. Just keeping a watchful eye. And the Orioles take on the Angels in Los Angeles. Aiken 0-3 with an 11.74 ERA versus Haney with 2.64 ERA. Before we go, guys, we're going to get some standings out of the way, as we normally do. We're going to start in the chat, guys, with the American League Central. As in the American League Central, we got 2 wins for the 13-9 White Sox, 1 win for the 13-9 Twins, 1 loss for the 13-10 Cleveland Indians, and 1 loss, so by 5 games, 7-14 Detroit Tigers. It's still a little more of a young season, guys, between a lot of games in the schedule for it. In the American League West, 1 win for the 16-5 Houston Astros, 1 loss for the 14-7 Angels, 2 wins for the 12-11 Mariners, only trailed by 3 games back of the 14-7 Angels, 2 losses each by the 7-16 Athletics, and 3-19 Texas Rangers. Between 2 lessons on them. And in National League East, a little bit close to the call, between 50% to 55% perhaps. Second again, guys. There we go. 1 win for the 13-10 Phillies. 1 win for the 11-10 Nationals. Only trailed by 1 game. 1 loss each is 11-11 Marlins and 11-13 Braves. And 3 wins in a row. Of a good fashion. 3 wins for the 8-14 Go-Go Mets. And between the structure, only trailed by 2 games. And the National League Central, a little bit further ahead. 1 loss for the 17-5 Cubs. 1 win for the 12-9 Reds. 10 by 4.5 games behind the 17-5 Cubbies. 2 wins for the 9-13 Redbirds. 8 losses in the bad standard. 8 losses in a row for the 8-14 Brewers. And 3 games skid. And 3 losses is 6-16 Pittsburgh Pirates. Behind that one. In the National League West, keeping it faster with good records. 3-game winning streak in total. 14-1 at night. 14-1 at home is the 20-2 Los Angeles Dodgers. 5 consecutive wins as well. 10-2 at night. 10-3 at home. 10-5 division. With 5 wins is the 15-6 San Diego Padres. 3 games skid. 3 losses at this point, guys. For the 10-12 Diamondbacks. 1 win for the 9-13 Giants. And 2 losses for the 8-13 Rockies in the National League West. And last but not least, guys, before we go, in American League East, 1 loss for the 16-6 Yankees. 1 win each by the 13-10 Red Sox and the 11-11 Rays. 5 consecutive losses, by the way, for the 6-15 Baltimore Orioles. And last but not least, 1 loss for these 5-17 Blue Jays. I'm going to get out of here in just a couple seconds, guys, after I get the saving going. Alright, let's see what we're doing there between the few. Alrighty, guys, that's going to be a wrap for me this morning. I will be back tonight. Same time, same channel. Remember, guys, no Spider-Man tonight. It's still every Saturdays and Sundays, but Spider-Man will be back tomorrow night after work. Same time, same channel. You guys are getting the series premiere that's already taken over Watch Dogs Legion is Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. You guys will have that premiere tonight. If you want to catch more MLB 20, have a blessed day, brother. One love. Thank you, sister. I love you, girl. I will see you tonight as well. Like I said, if you guys want to catch more MLB 20, managing the 7-14 Tigers, be sure to hit that red support button and like button. Leave a good comment. As always, if you guys want support at this point, tweet it out, comment, share it. If you guys have a Twitter, do the same thing for it. But share me out, tweet me out, leave a good comment, stay connected to make sure everybody survives the purge and we don't do S for S anymore, so we still never do. As long as we can inside this group with Ronnie and Tuber all together. If there's anybody else that has also a Discord, like I say, you guys can follow me on Twitter the same way between the numbers 824-656-00. Guys can send me a phone request, do the same thing between Discord to Twitter as we speak. Tell me you guys said hello. Chit chat anything you guys like between PS5 investments, work related, or couple stuff you guys can bring. And this is always this normal way we still do it, guys. Hit that red support button, hit that like button, leave a good comment, tweet it out, add it to a playlist, stay connected, and never ask for support back in between. If you guys want to vote for the idol, whatever it could be this year, Alan's at 30, Grace Sylvan at 13. But I'm going to get myself out of here this morning, guys. I will be back tonight for some Black Ops Cold War. So we'll get to that, tweet as good as we can tonight. It'll be an hour and 20 or an hour and 25, hopefully. We'll see what we can do between our future. I want to say thank you, Sister Terry. I love you, girl. Keep up good work. I'll see you tonight.
See you later.
Take care, sister. I'll see you tonight. And stay safe out there as we speak. But alrighty, guys. Have a good morning. Be good to one another. Be kind and love one another. I'll see you tonight for some Black Ops Cold War. And the Black Ops Cold War will be Wednesday after tonight. So have a good morning. Baseball will be back Tuesday morning with Valhalla. Until then, JD out. And until then, stay safe. And I'll